Hello everyone, welcome to High School Mathematics channel. Today we are going to learn class 7 semester 2 chapter 1 ratio and proportion. What is compound proportion with examples? Let us see the definition of compound proportion. Sometimes change in one quantity depends upon the change in two or more quantities in some proportion, which means in some problems which may involve a chain of two or more variations in them. This is called compound proportion or mixed proportion. We can better understand this compound proportion definition by seeing example sum. See now example 12. If 30 persons use 40 kg of sugar in 10 days, find in how many days 80 persons will use 320 kg of sugar. How can we solve? Let us see the solution. Here the three quantities are number of persons, weight of sugar and number of days. So here we have taken a tabular form having three columns, that is number of persons, weight that is sugar and number of days. First we have to write these values. First what they have given, number of persons 30, weight of sugar that is 40 kg, so we have written 40. Next number of days, that is for 10 days. See now next one, they have given 80 persons, weight of sugar is 320 kgs. So in how many days they can use 320 kgs of sugar by 80 persons, we are going to find. If we observe from the above, number of days depends on number of persons and weight of sugar. See, in previous tabular form, number of days is inversely proportional to number of persons and number of days is directly proportional to weight. Here we are going to find the x value, so we have to indicate them with downwards arrow. Next, see here, compare these two. Here number of persons 30. So number of days to consume the sugar is 10 days. For 80 persons, number of days it may take more days to consume the sugar. So this value is going to increase. So we indicate with upward arrow. See next, number of days is directly proportional to weight of the sugar. 40 kgs of sugar they can consume in 10 days. Then 320 kgs of sugar they can consume in more number of days. So these both are directly proportional. So we indicate this with downwards arrow. Number of days is depending upon both number of persons and weight of sugar. Now we have to take the compound ratio of these both values. See here, since it is indicated with upward arrow, so you take from here onwards 80:30 and it is indicated with the downward arrow, so 40:320. We have taken ratios in this way. We know compound ratio formula AC is to BD, that means A into C is to B into D. So here A value is 80 and C value is 40. AC, next B value is 30 and D value is 320. Here we have taken compound ratio 80:40 is to 30:320. That is equated with last column. It is indicated with downward arrow. So take these values as 10:x. That implies 10:x is equal to 80:40. That is, write on these two zeros, 8 fours are 32. That is 80/40s are 3200 is to 30:320, that is 9600. Since the both ratios are equal, we know product of means is equal to product of extremes. So that implies x into 3200 is equal to 10 into 9600. That implies x is equal to 10 into 9600 by 3200. Now 3200 3 times 9600. That implies x is equal to Multiply numerators, 10 into 3, that is 30. Therefore, 80 persons will use 320 kgs of sugar in 30 days. By observing this example, we can understand that what is compound proportion, that is ratio of one quantity is equal to compound ratio of other two quantities. So after solving that, we got the result, that is 30 days. To find this compound proportion, there are three rules. Let us see what are those. In compound proportion, we equate the ratio of the first quantity to the compound ratio of the other two quantities. First one is one quantity may be in direct proportion with the other two quantities. Second method is one quantity may be in inverse proportion with the other two quantities. And third method is one quantity may be in direct proportion with one quantity and in inverse proportion with the remaining quantity. So third method we have seen previous example. See now example 13. If the mess charges for 35 students for 24 days is 6,300 rupees, how much will be the mess charges for 25 students for 18 days? Let us see the solution. Here we have three quantities in this question. That is number of students, number of days and mess charges. Now we have entered all those values in tabular form in three columns, that is number of students, number of days and mess charges. Now let us see the tabular form. For 35 students, 24 days, mess charges will be 6,300 rupees. For 25 students, for 18 days, how much will be the mess charges we have to find. So here we doesn't know the value. Here we have taken as x value. Whenever unknown quantity is there, at that column we have to take the downward arrow. Now this mess charges will be depending upon the number of students and number of days. Let us take this number of students and mess charges. For 35 students, if mess charges is 6,300 rupees, for 25 students, the mess charges will be less than that value. Compared to the previous value, it will be less value. Here our value may be less. More number of students, mess charges is more. For less number of students, we assume less mess charges will be. So both are in direct proportion. We indicate with the same downward arrow. Now let us take the next column and compare with mess charges. That is number of days. For 24 days, mess charges is 6,300 rupees. If for 18 days, mess charges will be less value only. So here also less only. See here for 24 days, more number of days, mess charges is more, that is 6,300. For less number of days, 18 days, mess charges will be less. So here also both quantities are in same proportion. So these also in direct proportion only. See here mess charges and number of students are in direct proportion. Next, mess charges and number of days are in direct proportion only. Here, mess charges depends upon both number of students and number of days. So, we have to find compound ratio for number of students and number of days. Based on this arrow, we have to take the ratio in this way. That is 35 is to 25 and 24 is to 18. For these ratios, we have to find compound ratio and we must equate with the mess charges value, that is 6,300 is to x. From the previous tabular form, we have to find compound ratio of number of students and number of days. So compound ratio of 35 is to 25 and 24 is to 18. We know compound ratio formula A into C is to B into D. That must equate with ratio of mess charges, that is 6,300 is to x, that equals to 35 into 24 is to 25 into 18. That implies 6300 is to x, that equals to 35 into 24. If we multiply, it is 840 is to 25 into 18, it is 450. Since the ratios are equal, product of means is equal to product of extremes. So x into 840 is equal to 6300 into 450. That implies x is equal to 6300 into 450 by 840. 10 table 840 is 84 times and 450 is 45 times. So we have cancelled them. That equals to 6300 into 45 by 84. 7 table 12 times it is 84 and 900 times it is 6300. Now 3 table 3 fours are 12. 3 table 300 times, that is 900. Now 4 table 4 ones are 4. 4 table 75 times 300. So that equals to, multiply numerator 75 into 45. That equals to 3375. Therefore, x value is 3375 rupees. Hence, the mess charges are 3375 rupees. Whenever they have given three quantities like in this example, we have to write the tabular form and we have to solve the sum by using compound proportion. That is, compound ratio of two quantities we must equate with the remaining quantity. Then we will get the required result. See now example 14. 8 painters can paint a wall of 160 meters long in 5 days. How many painters are required to paint 240 meters wall in 10 days? Let us see the solution. Here in this question we have three quantities, that is number of painters, length of wall and number of days. So we have drawn tabular form having three columns, that is number of painters, length of wall and number of days. 8 painters can paint 160 meters length of wall in 5 days. Then how many painters will paint the length of wall in 10 days? Here we doesn't know number of painters. We have taken this quantity as x. Always we have to put the downward arrow for the unknown quantity. Now this number of painters depends on length of wall and number of days. Let us compare them. Now if we compare number of painters and length of wall, if 160 meters length of wall is painted by 8 painters, then 240 meters length of wall can be painted by more number of painters. Now we shall treat this value as more. Now check. Less length, less painters is required. More length, more number of painters are required. Here both quantities are in same proportion. So here length of wall we represented with downward arrow. Therefore, number of painters and length of wall are directly proportional. Now we are going to compare number of painters and number of days. For 5 days, 8 painters can paint the wall. For 10 days, we will require less number of painters. Now, this value will become less. See here now, for less days, more painters required. For more days, less painters were required. Here, these both quantities are inversely proportional. Therefore, number of painters is inversely proportional to number of days. Now, based on this tabular form only, we are going to solve the sum. See here, number of days is inversely proportional, so we denote this with upward arrow. Since the number of painters depends upon length of wall and number of days, we will take compound ratio of length of wall and number of days. So based on these arrows, we are taking the compound ratio, that is 160 is to 240 and 10 is to 5. We know compound ratio formula A into C is to B into D. Now this compound ratio we have to compare with the ratio of number of painters, that is 8 is to X. Therefore 8 is to X is equal to 160 into 10 is to 240 into 5. That implies 8 is to X is equal to 160 into 10, 1600 is to 240 into 5, that is 1200. Since the ratios are equal, product of means is equal to product of extremes. That is X into 1600 is equal to 8 into 1200. That implies X equal to 8 into 1200 by 1600. 8 ones are 8. 8 table 200 times 1600. 200 ones are 200. 206 are 1200. Now multiply numerators. 1 into 6, 6. Therefore X equal to 6 painters. Hence the required number of painters is 6. See now example 15. 195 men working 10 hours a day can finish a job in 20 days. How many men are employed to finish the job in 15 days if they work 13 hours a day? Let us see the solution. Here we have three quantities, that is number of men, number of hours and number of days. So we have written all those three quantities in this tabular form, number of men, number of hours and number of days. 195 men working for 10 hours per day can finish the work in 20 days. Then how many men are required so that they can work 13 hours per day for 15 days we have to find. Whenever we are having unknown quantity, we have to place the downward arrow. Then compare the other two quantities with the first one. Here 10 hours per day, if they are working 195 men, for 13 hours they require less number of men we are required. See here, more men, less hours required. For less men, more hours are required. Both are in inverse proportion. So here number of men and number of hours are inversely proportional. Now let us compare number of men and number of days. For 20 days 195 men were required to do the work. For 15 days more men were required. See here, more days, less men. For less days more men were required. So these both quantities are in inverse proportion. Here the number of men and number of days are inversely proportional. So that's why we are represented with opposite arrow for the first one. For number of men we place downward arrow. So the other two inversely proportional. So we place with upward arrow. Here number of men depends upon number of hours and number of days. We have to find compound ratio for number of hours and number of days. That is 13 is to 10 and 15 is to 20, which is equal to the ratio of number of men, that is 195 is to X. Since number of men depends on both number of hours and number of days, we will take compound ratio of 13 is to 10 and 15 is to 20. We know compound ratio formula, that is A into C is to B into D. Therefore, 195 is to X, that is ratio of number of men is equal to compound ratio, that is 13 into 15 is to 10 into 20. That implies 195 is to X, that equals to 13 into 15, that is 195 is to 10 20s are 200. Since the ratios are equal, product of means is equal to product of extremes. So X into 195 is equal to 195 into 200. That implies X equal to 195 into 200 by 195. Here 195, 195 were cancelled. Therefore, X value is equal to 200. Hence, the required number of men is 200. Today, we have seen chapter 1 ratio and proportion. What is compound proportion with example sums? Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, share to your friends and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.